We're watching the buck stops here, turning our attention now to our focus on one rank, one pension. Stepping up the protests now, 4 former military chiefs have written to the president with a dire warning. They are saying his intervention is now inescapable. They are warning of a breakdown between the officer and the Jawan. Warning again and again that the rising anger in the military community is not good for the health of the Indian Army, the Indian military, the Indian armed forces. These 4 former chiefs are saying that the president must invite representations from those who have been protesting now for weeks and weeks at Delhi's Jantar Mantar, and saying that even serving officers will be impacted by seeing ex-servicemen treated in this shabby a manner. All eyes now are, of course, on the 15th of August. Will the Prime Minister be able to make an announcement that finally brings achche din for our soldiers? Let's introduce our panel this evening. Joining us from the BJP is its spokesperson and leader Sambit Patra. Also joining us is Major General Satbir Singh. General Satbir Singh has been a key member leading these protests day after day, even when the media and the politicians have not been paying attention. He's been relentless. His energy is to be admired. Also with me in the studio is Colonel Thapar. Colonel Thapar, of course, you're a celebrated army officer yourself, but also the father of a Kargil martyr, Captain Vijayan Thapar. And finally with us from Goa tonight is Admiral Arun Prakash, a former Navy chief, one of those 4 signatories on that petition to the president. Admiral Prakash, I would like to start with you. What made you write to the president at this juncture?
Well, Barkha, it was certainly not OROP, because OROP is a self-evident and approved issue, because everybody has agreed that OROP must be given. 2 successive governments have said that. What really moved us to write to the president was the fact that whereas every other self-respecting country puts its soldiers and veterans on a pedestal, here we have India putting its veterans who've given their sweat and blood and their lifetime to the service of the country. They're sitting on the footpath and going into fast and dharnas and so on, where nobody's paying attention. The government has just ignored them. It's going to be 2 months now, and the government is just treating them with disdain. So our appeal to the president, who's also the supreme commander of the armed forces, was, let's get our soldiers off the streets. Treat them with respect. Call them, if you can call trade union leaders, if you can every segment of the political spectrum into your office and discuss with them. Why not call our veteran soldiers into the office and tell them, what's the problem with OROP? Why can't you give it tomorrow? Okay, we understand there's an impediment. Tell us what's the impediment. We'll all join together and resolve the issue.
Sir, what I'm hearing you say, Admiral Prakash, is there could be a debate around the model, the best model to execute OROP. But what's really disturbing you is that for weeks on end, our soldiers have been sitting on the streets and not one politician has gone there to even meet them.
Exactly. Exactly. Is this the way you treat your veterans? Is this the example you're setting to the young soldiers? And you've been with them in Kargil and so on. They're all there up there at sea, on the heights and in the air. What are they seeing today? They are going to be there tomorrow. What example are you showing to your young soldiers, your Jawans and airmen and sailors?
Yeah, absolutely. General Satbir Singh, how long has it been that you've been protesting now? Give us a sense, sir. I want to understand from a human, individual perspective. You know, एक कहने की बात होती है, soldiers धरने पे बैठे हैं. So how many days has it been for you personally?
Barkha, today is the 60th day, 60, and we've been there, and it is surprising. The governments after governments can talk to the militants, can do any kind of talking to anywhere, but their own soldier who protect the integrity and sovereignty of the nation, no one has come even to tell us why a scheme which has been sanctioned by 2 parliaments, the UPA government on the 17th of February and by the NDA government on 12th of June in their budget presentations 2014.
Yes.
We were shocked to know that they are just not ready to give it for a paltry sum of 8,200 crores for a nation as big as India. That too a justified demand. Just now,
General Satbir, one minute. 60 days You have been there 60 days and you have had no meeting, no phone call, no back channel conversations with anybody in the government. I did believe at one point there were representations being taken to the defense minister.
There has been no meeting from the government side. Yes, we had gone to the defense minister on the 2nd of July last, and we were told that from their side, from the defense ministry, the file has been sent to the finance ministry.
Yes.
And it came back with observation 5 times, and he will let us know as to what is it all about. I am surprised. Why was it sanctioned at the first place if the government was not ready to give it to us?
I must get Sambit Patra to respond.
Sanctioned?
Sambit, how many days will we say, abhi, bas abhi, aane wala hai. And you know what, I agree with Admiral Prakash. I agree with Admiral Prakash.
I want to say something.
Yes, sir.
Barkha, I want to say something.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, then I'll ask my question.
जिस देश के सैनिक सड़कों पर देश का दुर्भाग्य है, a country which does not look after its soldiers is doomed to fail, Barkha.
Yes, Sambit, 60 days, 60 din, 60 days, and many of these men are now in what age group, General Sadbir Singh? In what Umar?
They are from 60 to 95.
60 to 95. Sambit, what's going on?
No, Barkha, you are absolutely right. This is a very sensitive issue, and let me tell you, Barkha, I would love to lose the debate, but please, it's a nightmare if I feel that I would lose the respect, the party or the government would lose the respect of such well-meaning people. We cannot afford that. And with folded hands, I pray upon my seniors present on your panels and all the viewers who are watching this. With folded hands, I pray, please have patience. This government is committed, and none other than Mr. Modi himself, the Prime Minister of the country, well, before he became the Prime Minister.
Why not go out and reach out? General Sadbir?
Why can't we tell us? Why can't they tell us that what is the problem? Why it has already been sanctioned? Why did the parliament sanction it?
Colonel Thapar and then Sambit can complete his point. Colonel Thapar, Sambit is saying have patience.
No, we can have
patience. I just wanted to complete a few sentences if you permit.
We have sacrificed our lives. We are prepared for any sacrifice. That is, but somebody should come and have an open meeting with us. Now it is very ironical that you are celebrating the 65 war victory.
Yes.
And those people who got it for the nation,
yes,
they are sitting disillusioned,
yes,
disheartened,
yes,
and not being given their due.
Yes.
So how do you...
But how do you respond to Sambit saying, give us a little more time?
How much time? Like I said in your last debate...
For what?
Like I said in your last debate...
What is being done there?
There is an officer who is 92 years old. What is the difficulty in calculating these things?
Let's bring up some images from those protests. Sambit, I think the point is, and I'll go back to Admiral Prakash with that point after you speak. The point is a sense of being marginalized in the country's conversation. That you are sitting there on dharna and nobody, I mean, we have, you see, it's very good that politicians have spoken up in favor of the Film Institute in Pune. I think it's a very, very good cause. It's an important cause. But where are the politicians sitting with the soldiers? Which politician is taking the soldiers to meet the president?
No, Barkha, as I have told you, I absolutely concur with the views that the seniors, the ex-army men, and in fact the others have put on your panel and otherwise. But in fact, about 2 days ago, I was in another debate on OROP and I had Lieutenant General Kadyan, and he said that they had met Mr. Arun Jaitley, who said that it is probably not matter of months but matter of days. I only am repeating what Lieutenant General Kadyan said. So I believe this government is doing its best to see to it that the OROP becomes a reality, and as I have said, I dare not speak over my seniors over here. With folded hands, I can say that please, sir, have patience. It is 40 years versus 1 year. And you can well imagine the plight, the calculation and everything that must be going on. But I'm sure what is your right has to be given. Has to be given. That's a right. Your OROP is your right, sir. It is not something you should be begging for.
Time. How much time did they take to sanction? Please.
I want to respond.
How much time did they take to sanction their own pays and additional allowances?
Yeah.
How much time did the judiciary take to come get the backlog onto line? How much time?
Yeah.
And with all the, when they can compute such huge figures of losses in various undertakings and various scams that take place, you mean to say a small amount of 8,000 crores cannot be calculated?
Let me bring in Admiral Prakash and then I'll come to you, General Sadbir Singh. Admiral Prakash, the letter that you signed on to the President, 4 former military chiefs, we must underline this point. You write, sir, let's bring up Admiral Prakash, you write, sir, soldiers like flags and anthems are emblematic of a nation's pride and honor. The very fact that the nation's military veterans have had to resort to agitational methods and that the government could tolerate their denigration or humiliation has come as a rude shock to all of us. You also warn of a possible damage on the officer-Jawan relationship. This is very serious, and you're talking not just about those who are retired, you're talking about those who are serving. Admiral Prakash, explain these comments.
Yes, Barkha, let's forget the lyricism part of that sentence. Let's come to the hard facts.
Yeah.
That people amongst the veteran community are saying that the senior officers haven't done enough. People have accused me of not having done enough when I was in service, and there has been letters on the internet saying the 3 chiefs should resign. So this is casting aspersions, creating doubt in the senior leadership of the armed forces. What more does an enemy of India want? To undermine the confidence of the Jawan in his staff, in his officers. That's what makes our armed forces what they are today. So if you achieve that, then you achieved everything. What else does an enemy want? But also let me just say that I've heard Mr. Patra many times on TV, and with all respect to him, may I say that he's indulging in a lot of hypocrisy. He's all honey and sugar. He says, believe me, and I will do everything, and everything's going to happen. He once said that this will happen during the tenure of the BJP, which means that he's got till 2019 to implement this. We've all been in government. We know how decisions are taken. The bureaucracy can throw up any amount of hurdles, but a political master, all he has to say is this decision has to be taken. It will be taken. I cannot imagine any bureaucrat having the gumption to oppose a decision which the political masters will take.
Admiral Prakash, before I get Mr. Patra, Admiral Prakash, before I get Sambit Patra to respond to that, I just want to emphasize again for our viewers what you just said. You said that even when you were chief, it creates so much unrest and angst down the ranks that this is dangerous for India's services. It is dangerous for our serving officers. You're saying it will break down perhaps authority and respect for men in uniform.
Yes, because if the senior officers are seen to be ineffective or unable to influence the government to bring about decisions which are seen as essential, Mr. Patra says, yes, it is required. Why can't we do it? So the Jawan can only look up to his officer. He says, if my officer is incapable of getting this done, then why should I obey his orders?
Yeah. Sambit Patra, please go ahead. Honey and sugar. Honey and sugar on TV
no,
is
no,
important.
so I'll tell you one thing.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing. With all due regards
I
to
want to come in.
Yeah, one second, sir. Sambit.
With all due regards to Admiral Arun Prakash ji, I am of his son's age, even smaller than that. I salute him, and it's not honey and sugar, it's reality. I am a citizen of India which is safe only because of the fact that people like you exist, sir. And what do I have? I mean, I as a small little spokesperson of our party, that's all I can say, can assure. And I buy these words from the commitment of our Prime Minister, and we all know that Prime Minister is a man of his words. We have to have faith on the Prime Minister of this country. And as I said very humbly, I repeat myself, sir, 40 years versus 1 year. That's all I can say, sir.
Prakash,
and as I told,
Admiral
please,
Prakash,
I would love to lose this debate umpteen number of times, but please don't,
I want to come in.
Admiral Prakash first and then General Sadbir. Admiral Prakash.
I have a request to make of Mr. Patra.
Yes.
Please stop appearing on TV shows till OROP is sanctioned. Full stop.
That's interesting. Sambit.
May I come in, please?
General Sadbir, go ahead. The request
I want to come in.
The request
Yes.
though from Admiral Prakash, if
Barkha.
you believe in this cause, stop appearing on TV till it's executed. General Sadbir, go ahead.
Barkha, I want to ask Mr. Patra. He has just been saying some calculations are going on.
Yes.
The Defence Minister tells us that on 17th February, everything has been solved. And on 17th March, the file has been sent, duly signed by him, to the Finance Ministry. Which calculation
Sir, isn't the
doing
dispute,
now?
sir, may I ask a
Can
question? General Sadbir, isn't the dispute over the government wanting to go by the 2011 pension scale, and the soldiers saying you have to go by the 2014 pension scale. As I understand it, this is the latest standoff.
Barkha, this is just conjecture. Somebody comes and tells us that the government wants to give the 2011. Why? 2011 is not OROP, because the junior will start getting more than the senior. It does not qualify the definition which has been approved by 2 parliaments. It is shocking if somebody is talking now that it is 2011. Yes. Sorry, if you are giving it from 1st April 2014, then the year of the base has to be 2013, 2014. From where 2011 is coming, who is telling? I am surprised. And if bureaucracy is guiding that in the PMO, I am further shocked that a country's Prime Minister, who has assured us a number of times that he will give us asli wali OROP, and today, if 2011 and it is to be given,
so you're saying that's not asli wali OROP.
No.
Colonel Thapar, it's a good time to remind our viewers that 85% of soldiers retire between 34 and 37. That's all the time that they have to work. 85% soldiers retire between 34 and 37. Government servants.
They not only retire, they also die earlier.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Colonel Thapar, last
they
comment.
died 20 years earlier than the central government applies.
Colonel Thapar, the suggestion being made that other delegations, General Qadian example, have been meeting the government.
No, it is, various people have been going to various people and meeting, but that is not what we are as a, there are so many other small people going here and meeting them. What I am trying to say is, Barkha, you've been in Kargil with the troops, like the Admiral said. You have seen that the ethos, the functioning way of our life, it's built on a lot of traditions.
Yes.
It takes hundreds of years. There are battalions that are 200 years old.
Yes.
And yet we do leave all this valuable traditions in the hands of inexperienced babus sitting there tinkering with all this.
But at the end, as the Admiral said, it has to be a political decision.
It will be.
Are you hopeful of 15th August?
Well, if hope was not there, we wouldn't have been sitting for so long. I am very sure that the BJP, which came into power with the plank of the armed forces first, they must honor.
I'm going to give the quick last word to Admiral Prakash. Admiral Prakash, what do you want the President to do? What do you want the President to do? Your letter is to him.
Well, the last 2 paragraphs of the letter say that firstly, prevail upon the government of India to invite those people who are protesting, the veterans, into somebody's office, the Raksha Mantri or Finance Minister's office, and discuss with them what are the hurdles in implementing OROP tomorrow. They're all sensible people, we will understand. And how do we get over these hurdles? 1. And 2, having done that, then you can invite or call upon the veterans to stop demonstrating or agitating on the streets, which is not seemly for people who've been in uniform all their lives.
Yes.
These two have to go hand in hand sequentially.
Well, I hope the President pays attention. I hope somebody pays attention. Admiral Prakash, Colonel Thapar, General Satbir Singh, and Sambit. You may be a spokesperson only, as you said, but you need to take this message higher up the ranks of your party. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Leaving you tonight with those images that aren't getting enough attention in our national discourse. These are our soldiers, our veterans. They have been sitting for 60 days now. They've come from all across the country. They've returned their medals. They've written letters in blood. Not a single politician has gone to meet these men. It's easy to pay lip service, isn't it? And you'll hear a lot of platitudes on Independence Day. But will you hear a message that brings truly achche din for our soldiers? These men in uniform are going to be paying close attention to the Prime Minister's address. That's it on the Buck Stops here. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.